Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Creative Cooking in Ani's Kitchen. My name is Ani, and today we are going to make some garlic cilantro naan bread. Okay, let me show you what the ingredients are, and then I'm going to go away for just a few seconds and I'll be back. So I have, first of all, 2 1/4 cups of self-rising flour, which I use the lily white flour. Okay, self-rising. It's great for baking, and so you just get a good rise out of it. It's a good flour, very fine flour. Okay, you're going to need some chopped cilantro. I chopped it down into little pieces, and then I've got here, I don't know if you can see those little black seeds. Those are these. See if you can see that. Nigella seeds, or Nigella. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But anyway, that's what that is, and I have about half a teaspoon of that. Just a couple of pinches, I guess. I have a tablespoon of plain yogurt. I've got a teaspoon and a half of sugar. I'm sorry, a tablespoon and a half of sugar. I have some Parmesan Romano grated cheese. I want to add that to it. And I have 1 egg, 1 whole egg. I have 100 millimeters of evap milk. You can use regular milk. That's half a cup. Okay. We are going to do a pinch of salt. Let me go ahead and do that now and put that into the flour. Just a little pinch of salt, like a half a teaspoon. It's fine. Okay, and I'm using kosher sea salt, so you can use table salt. We're going to do a couple of tablespoons of oil, which I'll go ahead and put in the eggs right now. Okay, and I'm using EVOO, just my preference. You can use regular oil. Okay. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of baking powder. This will help with the rise, so will the eggs and the yogurt. Now we are going to ferment this naan dough. There's the 1 tablespoon of baking powder. We're going to ferment this dough from one day to the next. It's better that way. We will not be using yeast in this recipe. We have 3 leavening agents, and that would be the egg, the yogurt, natural fermentation, and the, 4 actually, the self-rising flour, and the baking powder. So that's 4 leavening agents, and that should do it. Okay, here I have a few pieces of garlic, which I am going to mash up in my pilon, mortar and pestle. And that's, the finer you get the garlic, the better it stays with the batter, with the dough. It doesn't fall off everywhere. And I'm going to be incorporating all this in with the flour, mixing it in with the flour instead of trying to brush it on later, because then that really falls off the bread. So I'm going to try it this way and we'll see what kind of results I get. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to finish mashing this and then we'll get all the ingredients in the bowl with the salt and the baking powder and the self-rising flour. We'll get everything in here, okay? And we'll form our dough ball. So I'll be back in just a second as soon as I'm done mashing all this. Okay, we're back. I got this nice and mashed up, so we can go ahead and proceed with the recipe. Okay, so in this flour, I went ahead and mixed in the baking powder and salt. Okay. We're going to throw in the Parmesan cheese. We're going to throw in our cilantro and Nigella seeds. Okay. Alright. Gonna mix that up in there real well. See, that way it all becomes part of the flour. Alright. Now, put this to the side for a second. We're going to take our sugar, put it in with the evap milk. Non-bread should always be a little sweet. Okay, we want that sugar to dissolve. So this is evap milk instead of whole milk. And I use it because, well, I love using it for my baking, period. That usually a mixture of this and buttermilk, but I have to mix some more of that together. And the reason why I'm using the evap instead of the regular milk is because this is room temperature, so the sugar is going to melt a lot quicker. And I don't have to wait the 10 minutes for it to dissolve. Alright, so now we are going to whisk this egg with the oil. Okay, we'll whisk it very well. Make sure you whisk it really well. I'm going to pour that in there. Okay. Alright, and our yogurt. Alright. Mix all this. Mix it very, very well. Okay, now I'm going to go get a glove. We're going to get ready to start pouring this in here. Okay. There it is. we mix. You just continue to mix until you pick up pretty much all the flour. This is like the perfect consistency. This recipe, if you follow it exact, yeah. Now, if you just want plain naan, then just use the Nigella seeds. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And if you don't like garlic, let's say, or just make it your own. Make it what you just put in it, what you like, you know, what you want to try. As long as you put the ingredients in with the flour, not after. It should bake, like, stay right in there, you know? So I'm gonna do a little flouring on here, just a little bit. Turn this out. And we're going to keep kneading this. The longer you knead it, the better it's going to turn out. Let me get out. Oh, that fell behind the stove. Don't retrieve that. Little dry. If you find it, you always want the dough dry, and then just keep adding, you know, a little bit of oil or milk or water as you go, instead of it being wet and you having to add more flour. That's better. has for about 15 minutes. And I'll bring you back as soon as it's ready. Okay guys, so I went ahead and added my garlic and incorporated that in the dough. And as you can see, it's bouncing back, so it's good dough. See how all the cilantro is like incorporated in there along with the garlic and the Nigella seed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to oil the same bowl we had mixed everything up in. Got grapeseed oil. Okay. Now it's important that this rest or ferment at least 24 hours, one day to the next. So we're going to go ahead and instead of shower capping this, we're going to saran wrap it to get a nice tight seal, and we're going to keep it in the refrigerator. Overnight. And we'll return tomorrow to finish it up. Now, I don't have a tower, what they call a tower, that they do the NAAN in, or cook the NAAN in. But I do have a comal skillet, so you know, I bought it just for this, so it should work. And that's what I'll be using. So, go ahead and get your dough ready. Follow this recipe. And I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to cover this up, saran wrap it, and put it in the refrigerator. And I'll be back tomorrow with the rest. Okay, guys. It's been actually more than 24 hours. It's like 2:15 in the morning. Not the next day, but the day after. But the beauty about NAAN dough is the longer you leave it, the better it actually tastes when you make it. So what we're going to do now is, with clean hands, we're going to knead the dough again. Some people use yeast in their NAAN, like very little, but you can make it without. This is without. It's got, I feel, enough leaveners to give us the little bubblies on the bread that makes the NAAN bread so delicious. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the NAAN bread and kind of knead it. And then after we knead it, we'll go ahead and form. Oh, it smells so good too. I smell the garlic and cilantro. We're going to go ahead and form the little NAAN balls to roll out later, but we're going to let it rest to a little bit longer after we knead it some more. So it's kind of cold right now, so It's starting to get soft as it warms up. So I just knead it. The longer you knead this, the better the results. So pretty much we just want to give it a little toss around. See? I didn't break this. Oh, I thought I broke it. I thought I cracked my cutting board. It's missing one of the little legs, the little feet. Okay. They come off again. Yeah, it just keeps snapping off. Probably have to glue it. Alright, well, this seems to be good just like that. Okay. So, what we're going to do now is I guess we'll make about 6 of them. Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna make little round balls, just like so. Okay, this one, and we'll put it back in here. A little flour. It'll stick. Okay. Nice and soft. Basically, we're just going to make these little NAAN balls that will roll out later, but we're going to rest this a little bit more in the fridge. Remember, the longer you rest the NAAN dough, the better the results. I know that in restaurants, they always make everything the day before as far as dough, because it tastes better when you let it rest or prove. Okay, gets that dough very soft. And this one looks a little bit too big. Okay, looks good. Nice and soft. Okay, last one. It's very cold still. Okay, so tomorrow when we go to roll these out, I'll take it out of the fridge, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the dough rest outside of the fridge for an hour before we mess with it so it can relax and warm up. Okay, so I've got 6 NAAN balls. And I'm going to go ahead and put the saran wrap back on and put it back in the fridge. And an hour before dinner time, I'll take these out, let them warm up, and then we'll roll them out and cook them up. Alright, so I'll see you all then. See, that's a comal. I may need to get just a regular, like maybe what am I looking for? Cast iron skillet. Okay. And usually the naans are oblong, okay? So I'm going this way. Slow this a little bit. Now this is supposed to stick to the comal. We'll see what happens. Although the first one, look how nice and flaky. See, nice and doughy in the middle? Not bad. I just didn't get the bubbles I want. See, like, this was getting bubbles. See, I don't know if this is going to stay on here or not. So I'm going to try to, if I can, so it doesn't fall. This one looks like it's stuck on here. Okay. Works a lot better with gas stove, although it's toasting. That is beautiful. Ooh. Yeah, dip some of this. This is really good. Dipping it in garlic butter. Alright. Go ahead and finish these up. I'll show you one more. Again, roll it out to an oblong. Shake. Wet it really well, so it'll stick to that pan. Yeah. This is really good bread. I want to spoil my dinner. Getting the bubbles there. Yeah. Once you got enough bubbles, I think about 2 to 3 minutes. You turn it over. There we go. Oh yeah. There we go. So I'm doing 3 tonight. I'm eating 1, Hubsty's eating 2, and the rest will be for tomorrow night. So all I'm going to do is wrap these back up and put them, see, here's the back, beautiful, beautiful, flaky, see that? Flaky. Oh yeah. Oh my God, that is so good. You really taste the garlic, cilantro. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff. So I'm going to wrap this back up, and tomorrow we shall have some more, or the rest of them, with dinner. Not sure what I'm going to cook tomorrow yet, but I always manage to think of something. Alright, I'm gonna shower cap this. And I shall be back with the final presentation, the plating. Okay everyone, well, here is the final presentation. And this is what's for dinner. I have a hearty root vegetable beef stew. Okay, look at all that goodness. It's even got chopped beets in there. Yeah, it's got some sweet plantain, bananas, potatoes, chopped up celery, carrots. Oh yeah, all kinds of good stuff. Some white rice, a nice salad, and the star of the show, my naan bread. Look at that gorgeousness. Oh yeah. Do you see that? Oh man, isn't that delightful? It is so tasty. I already ate mine, so I'm ruined for dinner. Make yourself some of these naan breads. It's really easy. You don't have to wait as long as I did. You can just set it aside for an hour or two and then roll it out and put it in for another 30 minutes or so. What you want to do is allow the dough to rest and get soft so that you can stretch it out and make sure you can fold it up so you can get all these nice little air bubbles, okay? And be able to get the desired finish of the naan bread, that original look that only a naan bread has. All right, use a comal, use cast iron skillet. I didn't use one because I knew I had to hold it over the stove, and since mine's electric, yeah, my arm is going to get too tired because my cast iron skillets are really heavy. So I went for comal, which is a Mexican kind of tortilla toasting kind of things for barrillas and all that. But it worked. It worked just as well. I just made sure I had one side of the naan completely wet. It has to be very wet with, you know, some flour on it. And that way it'll stick and it won't fall into your flame or onto your stove. Okay? So just make sure it's very wet so it'll stick. About 2 minutes on, I had it on number 5. Turn it upside down until you see it browning. You just kind of peek underneath. And then that's it. You don't have to toast it all the way. This gets cooked very fast. You'll get a crispy outside and flaky inside. Okay? If you can see right there, look at that flakiness. You see that? Yeah. That's what you want. You want that kind of flakiness. The crust on the outside. See? Hear that crunch? And then the flakiness, soft chewiness on the inside. Spread it out with some garlic, melted butter, garlic, a little bit of olive oil, and some cilantro chopped up in there. Mix it all together and just spread it. And you got yourself a winner. It is a delicious bread. Anyway, until the next recipe, give me a thumbs up if you've liked this video. If you want to see how I make my root vegetable beef stew, the hearty root vegetable beef stew, let me know in the comment section. I'll go ahead and make a video about it. All right? Poke that subscribe button. Become a member, a subscriber. Okay? And turn on that notification bell. Ding, ding. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new recipe. You won't miss out. It's absolutely free. And we can share a recipe. We can have some fun together. All right, let's get in that kitchen and get creative together, guys. Until the next one, God bless you all. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.